Jrod sitting right next to me, right over here. I'm sorry, I'm backwards. I think he's on this side. He's on that side. It's backwards. It's backwards. Anyway, I will say this though, is that, and this is gonna sound horrible. I don't give a flying shit what that man says right over there. Like he can say whatever he wants to about me. He can tell me that I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and that I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. He can tell me I'm an idiot. He can tell me all of these things.
No.
At the end of the day, but at the end of the day, why do I care? What, and I think that's really what we have to. That's what I've taken away and learned about myself. And after someone called my father and reached out to my father and sent a video to my father of the whole me holding the knife saying, "What do you want, blood?" when I was not suicidal or not anything else. I was simply making a joke, simply pointing out. And so somebody sent it to my father, a clip of the video, and my dad, and of course, then my dad was like, "But yeah, really, yeah."
That was not me.
No, that was not Jrod. That was not Jrod. I know.
Listen, because people are that.
No, I will tell. It was Miss G. Miss G sent it. Miss G sent it to my father. Reached out to my father when her channel got taken. When I took her channel down.
Oh my God, Miss G, the honey badger.
Yep.
Wow, that was wrong. That's wrong. That you can.
My dad is 75 years old. My dad is 75 years old and has no idea how the internet works. And that's
so wrong.
Well, yeah. So wrong. And that's what, and so I walked in when, and so my dad's like, and my dad didn't know what any of the context was. He didn't understand any of it. So right. It was. Hold on, I'm cleaning my glasses. I'm not like.
No, you're good. You're good.
I feel like I have
while you're doing that, let me shout out Lucy Morningstar. Big shout out to Lucy Morningstar. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated. And also, before we get a little too far, I don't know if you could answer this question from Jane that I have on the screen.
Okay, yeah. Why was Sammy running the show? Kids went to her. Where are all the photos from the party photos, Sammy? Like I said, the kid, a lot of these kids try. Yeah, a lot of these kids don't try.
I think you said that. Yeah, you didn't have no answer for that, and I think the answer about the test. And she asked why they were why she was running the show, and it was just because a lot of these kids that were at that party. Like I said, I couldn't tell you who was at the party. I wasn't there. Long story short, from the side of my side of the fence, no one wanted to talk to the cops.
That's what I was gonna say.
And, the only way that they could have tried for anyone that was a party goer or alleged party goer at that moment, I think the only way they could have an intent for anyone to speak or say anything. I think they tried Sammy to try to see if these kids would trust her more than trusting the cops.
And they were okay. Here, like I'll say, and I don't know if Jrod's heard me say this, but Sammy, for everybody that does not know this, was set up to a 8.5 hour lie detector test at with the FBI. There was 3 people that were set up with this lie detector test. One was.
You said the FBI has a lie detector test done by her.
What I heard, this is all hearsay. But this is, and so don't, I know it's.
No, go ahead.
I know it's true, but I want to say that.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Because everybody will, like I said, Jrod knows more about his part of certain things in the Kiely Rodni case that I don't know. So like he may have answers that he found out through other people that I don't know the answer to.
Right.
And so when I say that this is all my interpretation or what I know to be factual on my side, but again, it is all hearsay, people. Like don't take any, this is just for purely entertainment purposes only.
In other words, you was told. You
I was
was
told.
told.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you know this off the grip or you have confirmation of it. The FBI talked to you and told you,
Right.
yeah, we did a
Right.
lie detector to Sammy or whatnot. It just whatever was relayed to you.
Right. And so it was relayed to me through two people that I would trust very highly.
Okay.
One, I talked to him in person, and he told me his experience. And I'll say for that gentleman, and that was someone that was also at the party. And he said, when I went to go ask a few more questions with his mom's approval, mind you, his mom's approval. That's a big part of this. I ran into one of the moms, and I didn't know that I knew the boys, but I couldn't figure out how I knew the boy. Like when I saw them, I just couldn't figure out how I knew. And there was an incident happened 6 months prior that I had ran into these two boys. And so I happened to have run into my friend then. So when I ran into her again at the bank at 7:30 at the ATM, not at the bank, I didn't go into the bank. I was at the ATM. Everybody couldn't figure out why I was at the bank at 7:30 at night. And I was like, I was at the ATM making a deposit. Isn't that what you do?
Right.
Don't understand. So that was weird. And so I have to clarify all of these things 100% ways. I've clarified this on my channel 1,000 times, but some people still don't believe me for whatever reason. Anyway, so I went to go talk to, I was playing the what if game with this said individual. And when you play the what if game, you're just playing what if happens. So there's no, like some people might tell it's one of those things where you might get more information.
It's no truth telling there when you're playing that, but
yeah.
It is, but it's not.
It is, but it's not.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Like it is, like someone might say something, and I went, and that was off the cuff. That I would wonder, and someone did say something that was
and
off
you will be
cuff.
like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, and so I just it kind of struck like I wanted to ask another question, but before I could ask that question, one of the at the teen talk, I was at the teen talk, and one of the ladies said, we can't have this, or because the kids were they were hanging out and everything else, and it was just not a good situation where what they were doing and everything else. And so anyway, so they dispersed and they all kind of went on their way. I don't think that they particularly liked that a mom was there talking to the kid that like I was talking to Sam, the FBI or whatever. They weren't very keen on me being involved in any way, shape, or form. Not that they have any idea who I am. Like they just knew that there was a lady that was there. You know what I mean? They don't know who I was. I was a nobody. I still am a nobody. I was just.
Don't say that. Don't say that. You are someone.
Well, anyway, I ran into my friend, and I had said to her that I was talking, and I talked to a boy. And if I ever ran into him again, that I would ask this question. She goes, well, why didn't you come and ask him? He's at my house right now. And I turned around and I went, what? I went, oh shit. Like every single thing that happened, like, how you get that gut feeling, like you really shouldn't be doing this, but you have to go do it because now it's like, kind of want to know the answer. But on the same sense, you're like, why do I feel guilty that I want to know this answer? You know what I mean? Like, because
you probably, even though if let's say, let's play what if, like we saying, you probably, not say you, but sometimes people get a certain discernment of situations. And when, for example, it could be you in this case or of me in any other case, we get told about a case, and then when we get told about the case, like the story about the case, then you get told that people they was around the disease.
Well, I wouldn't even say guilt.
You probably will start thinking a whole bunch of stuff, but again, don't mean that that's the truth.
Right. Like that's what I'm saying. Like everything that I know is complete hearsay. 100% hearsay. Like if it was in court, I would say hearsay on every single thing because I heard it from, like, even if I heard it from the individual that said it to me, I would still say hearsay because
It's like
That's
when someone admit, let's say for example, when someone tells someone, let's say in